Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Vibing After Dark _ with Mo. And if you're new to my channel, how about hit that subscribe button? And if you're a returning subscriber, how about send it to a family or a friend so they can vibe out with us? And please, 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 please make sure you like this video. That helps out a lot, and thanks in advance. Alright you guys, so as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we are going to be talking about Cardi B versus Everybody. So Cardi B was just featured on a song with Rob, and it came out at midnight tonight, and it's called F Me on the Money. But all week she was helped promoting the song along with him. And a lot of people that are her fans and people that are not her fans, they all are coming at her about her keep dropping features but not the album. So she's getting irritated, and she really is like crashing out on her fans, cussing them out and everything like that. She's been doing that all week. And one of her fan pages in particular was saying that she should drop her album during the summertime. And she went off on that person. She was basically saying the summer is almost over. So you meaning like she's supposed to wait till 2025. Plus she was also saying like all the girlies that already dropped during the summer, the albums wasn't doing well. So a lot of people took that as she was shading Megan Thee Stallion, which I don't feel like she was shading Megan Thee Stallion. I think she was just really looking at the numbers. But she definitely was disrespectful, real disrespectful to that fan and other fans. But during her long rant earlier, she did mention that she was not talking about Megan Thee Stallion and the people was being messy. So let me play y'all that clip right quick.
How long was he harassing her for? He was harassing her for 3 years. So clearly I'm not talking about her. Stop. Yeah, I've been trying to be messy for the past 2 months. Stop it. Cardi, you better not be talking about me. Why would I be? I literally said you claim you love these, right? How long was he harassing her for? He was harassing her for 3 years. So clearly I'm not talking about her. Stop. Yeah, I've been trying to be messy for the past 2 months.
So she went on a long rant today about Joe Budden and what he had to say on his podcast. And that was one of the pieces that she was responding back to of a fan saying that she hopes she's not talking about Megan Thee Stallion. But I'm going to come back to the Joe Budden piece in a little bit, because I want to get into this JT album that she just dropped right quick. And one of the songs, Lemon Pepper, they feel like she was talking about Cardi B and shading Cardi B, because they feel like this was her get back from when her and Cardi got into it online back in 2022. And I'm not sure because it was a couple years ago, but I'm thinking this was during the time when JT dropped like her first solo single record, and a lot of people was feeling like she was shading Cardi B because she was saying something about doing all that wifey ass, knowing he don't F with you. And the fans kind of stirred up. Art Bar had jumped into it, and Nicki Minaj and everybody. So they was going back and forth, and Cardi had said, matter of fact, I'm not even doing this on the timeline. It's becoming real repetitive for doggy treats. We already addressing it in the DMs. Goodbye, y'all. And then so JT was like, wait, I'm back for this last tweet, because who doing anything for doggy treats? If anything, Glorilla have you a bone that you need to go feed that dog that you was posing by the pool with for Hot S. Fancy Pants. And that was when Cardi B had dropped that song, Hot S. Okay, so now that I'm reading it, I'm thinking it was not JT's song. It was when Cardi B dropped her song Hot S, probably. And I know Akbar V always jumping in, but it was basically like they on Nicki's side. Or a lot of people like to say that Nicki got them doing her dirty work. So that's when Cardi B was calling them a lapdog, and that's how it all started. But anyway, so Cardi B said Hot S debuted higher than any song you ever dropped or been on. Prison Pants. Everybody has good and bad moments, but you haven't had one since what? Act Up? So in JT new song, she got a verse which it said, these Rick Owens, these ain't prison pants. Smoking them so S, smell like a beef flopping down. Used to be the S, look at that beef flopping now.
These ain't prison pants. If the bag big enough, he get a second chance. Smoking on some shit, smell like a bitch flopping down. Used to be the shit. Look at that bitch flopping down.
So I sped the song up and slowed it down, but the song is really like a Dragons kind of slow song. But hey, me speeding that beat up, I think it sounds better the way I just edited it. But anyway, so Cardi may be irritated because a lot of people were saying that she let JT pass in her, and they, bigging up JT. They saying like this is JT time, and JT's taking Cardi B's spot. So maybe that's why she's so irritated right now. Or maybe she is pregnant for real, and it's like her hormones just going all over the place because she is really crashing out on everybody. Okay, so let's bring it back to the Joe Budden situation. So Joe Budden was on his podcast, and him and his crew was talking, and he basically said that he feel like Cardi B is only like a feature queen. He don't feel like she's coming out with another album and things like that. So Cardi B did not like that, but let me let y'all listen to what he had to say.
Yeah,
I would absolutely
You will
pursue it.
never get another Cardi album again.
And you've been standing on that.
I am standing on
And
it.
they talked about that in the office when I went up there. Like,
But now that Cardi got something dropping with my man Rob, Big Rob on Friday.
Saw that.
That's going to be crazy, but that's what Cardi's about to be now. Just a single artist. You're not getting none of that shit.
I mean, you was right, too.
About what?
About Atlantic wanting to put out an album. You was right. See, you be right sometimes about them wanting to put out an album. We don't care about none of that shit.
I ain't spoken to nobody at Atlantic. I'll just be on a hunch. So you done went and got some information from somewhere. I'm sure somebody involved wants Cardi to put out an album. Though.
What? Yeah,
Of course they do.
I'm sure Offset wants Cardi to put out an album. Hey, fellas out there, boyfriends, y'all know that feeling, right? When you want your bitch to get a job. You in the house, your bitch just won't leave. She just in there on top of you, on top of everything, not giving you space.
Let's cuddle. No.
Yeah, no, get off my arm. My arm sleep. Move. Go. Ain't you got an album to do? Don't you got a single?
You got a tour.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Give us a real elbow room.
Okay, so y'all heard what he had to say, and I'm gonna just say, like, y'all know I always been a fan of Cardi B, but I'm definitely not a fan of this little moment she's having right now with all us crashing out and cussing people out. But I always said too that I just feel like Cardi B wanted to be rich. She wanted money to get out of, the hood, and she just didn't want to be broke anymore. So I honestly think that whatever that came up for her first to make the money and for her to blow up, that what she was fine with. So I really don't think Cardi care about the music like that. I just feel like she wanted whatever that was gonna make her get rich. And especially by her waiting so long and the first album did so good, I feel like this is like her procrastinating because she do have a fear of it flopping. And I feel like now, after all, like, she's done cursed out fans and said all kind of things, I feel like it's really not going to do as well. I think it's not going to be bad, but the people have set the standard so high, like, if you're not number one, it's a flop. That's crazy to me too, because they was calling Megan a flop with her having a number 3, and that's just crazy because number 3 is not a flop, in my opinion. But like I said, I think Cardi just lost a lot of people with the way she's been acting lately, but it's still gonna do pretty well, I feel like, just because people want to hear what she's gonna be sounding like on the new album. But here's what she had to say about Joe Budden.
Bro, I gave you a lap dance 2 times and you was high as on coke. Smell that coke through your breath. That's one thing. Second of all, and actually that's not even nothing to brag about. Second of all, you're like, I will never talk about this and that. I don't give people talk about me. It's just the fact that you always talk shit about me, Joe Budden. You always about me. Out of nowhere. You would think I did something out of nowhere. For the past 2 years, this nigga have only talked bad things about me. Bad things about me. Constantly. Why? Because you got an interview? And the fact about it is that you don't even have to do that. Because I know for it's not telling you to do that. You just do that to pander. Like if I did something to you. All the time, I got to connect in Atlantic. I got to connect in... No, you don't. He said here in December saying that I got into it with my husband because this ain't my little boyfriend, ain't my baby daddy nigga. This nigga I've been married for 7 years. Oh yeah, she did that for a publicity stunt because this and that dropped. What? Now it's this girl. Now it's this girl. Now I promise you, I can show you. I will never call her this girl. Now I'm this girl. Now I'm Cardi B. They're always talking shit. I want to talk now. I've been giving you 2 years, sparing you for 2 years. Even when I call you out, I don't even disrespect you. You always try me. Always try me. Drake, I ain't gonna fucking write no nice paragraph. I'm gonna come at you. I'm gonna shine that head of yours. I'm gonna shine it all the time. I ain't do shit. You quit on your passion. You quit on your passion. I'm not gonna quit, bro. That's the issue. That's the issue with you. You critique everybody. You critique every single body. And stop being a hater, bro. Stop being a hater. If somebody got $400 million for a deal, and you talk about, yeah, well, they got a tour, this, and that. I'll afford till I'm 65 if somebody give me $400 million. $400 million that you don't have. Stop hating on everybody. Everything that somebody do good, you always hate on it. That's bad. That's terrible. Hating on something, bro. You always hating on something. You always hating on something. It sets you apart from being a critic from a hater. That's why sometimes I sometimes value Akademiks' point of views, because he would say mostly the truth than being a straight up hater. You be a hater. How you hating at a nigga got $400 million? $400 million. I tour till I'm 90. What you talking about? Shit. And you can't take that special light from me. I don't know what it is. Specialness. My grandma told me since I was 5 years old, you're gonna be somebody. You're gonna be somebody. I don't know what the, and my whole life I always wonder, like, what am I meant to be? Because I went to a school for musical theaters and technology. Like I used to sing when I was younger, but in high school I felt like I wasn't the best singer. But for some reason teachers used to be like, yo, you're gonna be famous one day. And I always used to be like, but what is it about me? What is it about me that people always say that I was born with this light? I was born with this light. I was destined to be this shit. And nobody's gonna take that from me. Nobody. I've been dragged through the mud. I've been dragged. I've been doxxed. I had gotten arrested. Remember that time during the pandemic? I gotta get. He was fucking harassing my daughter. Nobody could take from me, no matter what I go through.
So y'all heard what she had to say, and I just wanted to add Eminem in the mix just because he mentioned her in his new song too. He just dropped the album, and he mentioned her basically how she acts.
Lead to a cardiac, but I'm drunk and I give a fuck like how cardiac.
So her name is steady being mentioned, whether it's good or bad. But here's DJ Akademiks' take on the whole Joe Budden and Cardi B situation with her dropping. And he was here actually for what Joe Budden had to say.
Saying the people who told me, I'm not talking who's just like ears dropping. I'm talking about pushes the button, who runs the shit. I'm not talking to no that knows them. We don't talk to second in command. We only talk to bosses. When Joe gets his info, Joe is not talking to no peons. Now, some of the stuff you could deduce. I'm not saying he can't. But Joe is talking to the head of Atlantic. 100 million, 1,000%. They're telling him. This is why I think Cardi's rant at him is a little bit misplaced. Joe gonna be like, oh, I just guessed it. No, he didn't. Bro, Atlantic is, what you should take from what Joe is saying, Atlantic ain't gonna tell you this, Cardi, because they don't want to piss you off. But they're frustrated. They want to talk shit. I'll give you even more examples, chat. There was a label that felt that an artist who had gotten into a relationship that was public, they felt like that relationship was getting in the way of said artist and their duties being a musician. They felt like that artist was on the way to fall off. You know what that label did? And I'm not gonna say the label nor the artist. And no, it's not Carisha, because I think that's an obvious name. It's not her. The label, who profits from the artist, niggas sent me that they knew on a narrative level would be embarrassing for the artist being with that woman. Why? Because every time they would pull the side, yo, bro, you know this is a bad look for PR wise. Like you looking like a clown, yo, bro, they're for 6 months. He's ignoring it. He's in love. Okay, how do we get this out of love and back to doing what we need to do? Yo, Ak, here's some shit. When you post it, everybody's gonna be laughing at this bitch. You know when everybody's laughing at him? We're gonna give him a nice call. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I seen it, man. They kill you on the blogs. We try to tell you. Yo, come on, man. All right, listen, yo, let's have a meeting. Let's lock in. Let's figure out how to change the conversation. We're gonna get back to the music. Finally, the artist is listening. Finally. So what I'm saying is that Cardi being mad at Joe, Cardi should realize, ding dong, your label is mad at you. And Lincoln guarantee, I won't say 99, 80% of the Cardi that Joe says about Cardi came directly from Atlantic. He's just not gonna give up his source, and he's just not gonna say it. So he's gonna sound like a guy with a crystal ball. I bet that, because I guarantee they probably had meetings with Cardi and saying, when's the album coming? Yo, we have deadlines. Is the album coming this year? If it's gonna be dropped in the fourth quarter, we need it at least by August, September. And Cardi's like, I'm not ready yet. I'll let y'all know. All right. They're trying to put some pressure on her. Why they put pressure? Yo, Joe, man, this is what's going on, blah, 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 blah. Album ain't coming this year. Look like Cardi ain't really interested in music no more, blah, blah, blah. Joe get on his platform. I got a hunch. Cardi might not be into this. What the narrative that drives? Cardi's on Spaces now, wilding out, except her target is wrong. Joe don't gain nothing or earn nothing other than today when you mention his platform. Now everyone's going to listen to him respond to it. But he don't benefit from your career or not, whether you do drop or not. Who benefits? The label leaks. Trust me, you could always rely on a label when they can't control the artist, because, it's like basketball. You know what I mean? Like, the players goddamn have more power than the owner, but the owner signs a check. So sometimes you got to get him in line. And this is how you do it, right?
Okay, so y'all heard what Akademiks had to say, and Joe Budden went on and he tweeted that, I promise you and can assure you I will not cover a single thing this girl does for the remainder of her career. Peace and love. I have also never gotten a lap dance from this lady. I also have never done coke. And a lot of people was really eating him up in the comments about the coke situation. But anyway, the last thing I want to get into is Cardi B getting into it with this. I think she's a blogger. I never heard of her until tonight when everything that was going on. And if she's not a blogger, I apologize. But she's on Twitter and she have a lot of followers. So a lot of people know her. But Cardi B and her was going back and forth because she had this to say. Why does Cardi B feels like she's above criticism? All of her peers are dropping albums and doing progressive things in their career. And she sticks out like a sore thumb. No tours, no meet and greet, no merch, no album features, singles, and viral moments. Is she a rapper or does she rant? Then she said Cardi lost when she started posting pictures and comparing bodies instead of addressing the issue. She can go to bed now because I can do this all night. So Cardi responded and said, I lost? Lost what? Tomorrow I'm going to wake up in my mansion and breakfast cooked by my chef, a career, and beautiful kids. You're going to wake up with 3 pillows under your dress, ready to clock in at Marshall's, and this being the highlight of your life. You lost, B. So then she said, Cardi B having money don't make her better than me. She's done S so low and in the gutter I never think of doing. Stripping, robbing, getting a woman assaulted by men, admitted date rape. Like, no, B, your money don't erase your morals or your wholeness. Bottom of the barrel hole. And so, like I said, they was going back and forth for a long time. Cardi said, when I do surgery, baby, I don't do it for injure. I do it because I love the vixen look. I got my blank and my soft blank titties before I met set. The fact you bees always want to bring up a man for a drag because you can't drag nothing else is not a gag. Because injures is a lineup on the DMs. You spoke on me, now you mad because your stomach is layered like a wedding cake? Then she said, talking about hard blank titties, it never gave hard. They always in the mouth. B, you shaped like a gummy bear. You Flintstone vitamin shape. B, you hoes love surgery, shame. And B, I'd rather die on a table than look like you. So the girl Paris responded and said, they are mine and natural and you was shaped like a long body Mexican before your BA got 18 surgeries. Your teeth was stacked like dominoes and your tongue lazy like the Mississippi River. At the end of the day, I'm comfortable with me. You not, which is why you going out the way. Proving yourself. Shut the F up and go drop the album. So y'all, like I missed a lot of messages in between. And like I said, they've been going on back and forth. I just want to play y'all what Paris had to say when she went live. And she went off on Cardi. I ain't gonna store it.
Well, tag Cardi B, because I'm finna give it to her like she thinks she give it up. And before y'all start, no, she came and found my tweet after all the tweets that I was tweeting to praise her and chose that one, and she should have stood on it. Now, don't delete nothing because I'm just now seeing it and I just woke up and it hit the blogs. Yeah, you caught red-handed. All that backbiting you thought you was going behind Joe Budden and clearing him for, you doing the same thing. Don't throw no rock and hide your hand, Miss Mamas. It ain't an etch a sketch in a motherfucker who could ever make me feel bad about my body. You done touched everything on you, and you still got so many insecurities because you can't keep your husband at home. You done pay for get beat up because they want to suck the same dick you sucking. That's not a me problem. That's a you problem. It could be 4 stomachs. It could be 6 stomachs. It could be 7 stomachs. At the end of the day, you done sat there and paid for everything on you, and you still insecure. You still cannot keep yourself in the media selling sex, and the sex ain't going nowhere. It don't matter how much of a bad you think you are with them titties. At the end of the day, what was said about you is correct. Your ass is sitting around trying to make sure you keep your family intact, and your ass is still over here cussing out fans, delusional fans, when you're getting passed up by every single body around you. You call yourself this badass rapper, and you in this terrible ass 360 deal with Atlantic, when you need to be sitting around worried about how you gonna make sure these tracks hit charts and stay, because even your peers are passing you up. It's no reason why Megan Thee Stallion is on tour right now, came out behind you, and you done did a #1 album, and you can't even put out a actual single that stays on the charts longer than 2 weeks. So yeah, what I said was correct. And if it hit a nerve, that's too mother bad. Maybe you need to get in the booth, and maybe you need to figure out how to get some records that are actually going to stay on the charts, and stop cussing out these fans who are kids that like you, acting like you so for your fans and y'all in a good relationship when you act real mother homophobic. When you sat there and told them boys he was a fag, he was a sissy. You got bigger fish to fry, and it ain't me. So the next time you feel like you want to come for me, first of all, you better stand on what you said. You better stand on what you said, because I'm the bitch that's going to give it to you. I don't give a black you want to pretend you are. I'm really that. Don't nobody look at me and question it. I don't care about your accomplishment, because next time you want to say something out your mouth, I'm going to be right here to give it right back to you.
So she said a whole mouthful. And when she said stand on it, it's because Cardi B did delete all the back and forth that they went through on the tweets. And then she posted a post kind of like apologizing without apologizing, but also thanking her fans. She said, I want to say this to Barty Gang or anybody who's just a fan of my music or even my craziness. I have my good days and my bad days, but you know what? Whether it's good or bad, I couldn't be happier with the obvious anticipation of my album. Sometimes I get a little aggressive because y'all know I don't like to be told what to do, but I promise you it's coming this year. Thank you for the love and anticipation and always holding me down. I love y'all. So that's pretty much the last thing that Cardi B had to say, and I hope that kind of humbled her a little bit because, like I said, she's been crashing out lately and it's not a good look. But anyway, y'all let me know how y'all feel about everything. Her, JT, what Akademiks had to say, what Joe Budden had to say, her crashing out. Y'all let me know it all. And also, go stream her and Rob's new song that they just dropped tonight, and also JT's new album that she dropped tonight, or mixtape, whichever one it was. But I'm going to be listening to it, and I'm sure it's going to be good. But anyway, I do comment back, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye.